So you guys are installing a Dobinsons 3-way MRR on a 2024 and up Landcruiser LC250. You think it's going to be a pretty straightforward installation since you've done lifts before on other trucks. But you guys wouldn't be here unless you were stuck at some point, just like I was. When I first put this together, I discovered the kit didn't come with a one-to-one hardware that equally matched my OEM suspension. So I automatically assumed to transfer all of my OEM hardware, washers, to the Dobinsons kit. Only because nowhere on YouTube, nowhere in the physical instructions, and nowhere in their website tells me the order of installation for the OEM hardware or clarifies the transfer of such washers to the new kit. So do I leave the OEM washers out and continue straight forward with the Dobinsons kit? Guys, I didn't want to make any assumptions because taking your suspension back out to correct something that was left out is more work than I want to do. So what did I do? I went ahead and called Dobinsons to clarify. And the answer I received was, we do not use the OEM washers, period. So this video right here is going to be the setup of your front struts. It's not going to be the installation of your suspension front and rear onto the Landcruiser. We're just going to do the front struts on the workbench, on the spring compressor, just so you guys know the order of all the parts that go into this strut. I'm going to save you guys a lot of time and a lot of money flipping through pages and pages of verbiages that's just going to give you a headache. If you're like me and you like to watch instructions visually, then this is the video for you. So let's go ahead and get started, folks. First thing I did was I took this locking ring right here and I moved it all the way down, give me some ample space to work on. Also this perch seat right here, bring it all the way down so I could do some adjusting later on. And then you're going to have your spring seat. It's going to come with the metal portion and it's going to come with the rubber portion, okay? The metal portion goes in first. The rubber is going to be facing up. Let's go ahead and put this in. Go down there. We're going to go ahead and adjust this a little later on. We're going to do this portion first, folks. Next, I'm going to grab the bump stop. I'm going to slide it in here. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab the spacer that came with the kit. And you only put it in here only if you are going to install an aftermarket upper control arm. Okay? If you do not install an upper control arm and if you stay with OEM, you remove this spacer. And that spacer is going to go on top of the top hat. Got it? Okay, since we are going to be installing a Dobinsons upper control arm, this is going to go in first. Then we have the dust boot here. That's also going to go in. Cool. Next step, I'm going to take a look at this cylinder right here, and I'm going to tape off half at the halfway mark. Okay. I'm going to grab a scale, a 12-inch scale right here, and I'm going to mark it off at 9.33 inches. Okay? I'm going to take the end of this right here and hit it at that halfway mark, and the seat right here, the top portion of this metal piece right here is going to have to hit at 9.33. And where do I measure it from? At the lowest point of this metal seat on the top, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate this rubber so you guys can see clearly. And here, right here is the lowest point of the top of the metal piece where the spring sits on. So I'm going to measure from here to here, and I have to move it down just a tad bit. And this is why I told you guys to move this down. There you go. Perfect. Once I got my position at 9.33, I'm going to move this perch right here. I'm going to move it up until it hits the metal seat right there. Once it hits the metal seat, stop. Don't keep pushing it because it's going to move on you. This does not lock into place, okay? Once I have it right here, I'm going to take my lock ring and I'm going to turn it up until it hits this perch ring right here. There. I'm going to take both hands and I'm going to turn one clockwise and this side clockwise, the opposite direction, and I'm going to tighten it. And then I'm going to take this metal piece again, I'm going to have it seat on there. I'm going to take the rubber piece and I'm going to move it all the way down and it fit until it fits nicely. I'm going to go ahead and measure it one more time and it's perfect. That is 9.33 inches if you want to do a 2-inch lift, in which what we're doing right now is a 2-inch lift. Next, I'm going to grab our top hat. I'm going to grab the hardware that came with this. I'm going to go ahead and put the nuts on here so they don't get lost. After I installed all of these nuts in here temporarily, I want you guys to pay attention to the center hole. The center hole is not perfectly round, okay? There is a flat spot in there. That flat spot, and if you take a look at the top of these threads right here, there's also a flat spot where it sits in there, okay? So if I was to put this in here, I would have to look for that flat spot and install accordingly. Before I put on the springs, I wanted to show you guys something. If you take a look inside the middle right there, there is a tiny little screw that we're going to have to remove with a little Allen key. The reason why we have to do that is because there is a little ball fitting in there that we need to remove in order to fit an Allen key in there to hold the center shaft, or else this whole entire thing will spin when we're torquing down our last bolt. Okay, that's the only reason. After we're done screwing down that top bolt, we can go ahead and put that ball fitting back in. I'm going to show you what the ball fitting looks like right now. Now at the tip right here, you're going to grab a Allen key or a Torx bit to remove a center screw in there. Be careful because that center screw holds a little tiny ball bearing, okay? It's a little BB that's going to fall out. So make sure you're going to catch it when you screw this all the way out. Okay, it's screwed all the way out. I'm going to put my hands underneath here and I'm going to take out that screw slowly. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop the ball into my hands. You see it? Small ball. I'm going to go ahead and place this in a safe space so I don't lose it. The only reason why we took out that screw with the ball is because in the middle of here has an Allen fitment. See that? We're going to have to use an Allen key to hold the center shaft when we screw down our final bolt on the top. Now I'm going to grab the springs here. Okay guys, remember when I told you that top thread up there has a little flat spot? You want to make sure that that flat spot is facing towards you, okay? And down here, this round cylinder right here is also facing you. They should be parallel to one another. They should be on a flat plane just like that. That's how you know it's in the correct orientation. If it's not, go ahead and make your adjustment off the spring compressor, it's so much easier, okay? Go ahead and spin the shaft until it is in the correct orientation of that flat spot in front of you. So when you do put on your top hat, you can take a look at the top of the top hat for that flat spot, and you can line it up easily and just go straight down. When you go straight down, it fits in perfectly. Look at that. Once you do that, you can go ahead and just screw in the top 19mm nut by hand. Look how easy that was. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Allen key right here. I want to tighten this clockwise until it bottoms out. Remember, if you're not using this Allen key, the whole entire shaft is going to spin on you. You don't want that. You want that flat spot to stay still. Okay, tighten it. Perfect. At this point, I want you guys to grab your screw with the ball bearing without, this is gonna be kind of hard, guys, because you might drop this ball bearing and you're screwed. You're gonna put that ball bearing inside the hole. Once you put it inside the hole, you're gonna hold it inside that hole. Hold it inside that hole, push it inside that hole. While you're compressing it inside that hole, you're gonna shove it inside this center cavity, shove it all the way down so the ball bearing doesn't fall out on you. Right when you shove it down, you're gonna press down with down force, and you're gonna screw this top screw in until it bottoms out. There, you don't have to torque this, guys, okay? Just until it bottoms out, and you are done. Now, our final step, we're gonna take this gizmo right here, this release valve type of nut right here that comes with our kit, and we are going to screw this on the top. Bingo. Okay, there you go, folks. Those are all the steps that clarifies the initial setup of your struts for the LC250, the 24 and up Landcruiser, okay? The box came with this, and that is it. There's nothing, okay? I checked on YouTube. Nobody has done a video on this setup yet. I checked the Toyota forums. Nobody has these steps yet, okay? All these were pretty much figuring out as I go, and the discussions we had with Dobinsons to finally find some credible clarifications on setting this up. Hopefully that helped you guys out. And if you guys have additional steps on after this, including the installation on the LC250, go ahead and post it up. We all need the help where we can, because between you and me, there's no better instructions than YouTube for visual learners. Peace out, guys.